Menu narration option is set to off.
Welcome, everybody, to New Orleans and the iconic Caesars Superdome, the long-term home of the All-State Sugar Bowl, which this year, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive and keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the third seed in this playoff, the BYU Cougars, taking on the number 2 seed in the playoff, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff semifinal. Which team will keep their national championship hopes alive today? The kickoff team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. First down here for this offense. Ball handed to the running back. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. That's exactly what we saw right there.
Pre-snap motion from the offense. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Lets it go quickly. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. Tackle made after a solid gain. Will spot the ball for 31.
Well, this is a beautiful play when the timing is right, as we see right here. The receiver's got to do a good job of working his way back to the football as the quarterback is throwing it. The timing here is impeccable.
First down, looking to throw the football. Receiver makes the catch. The freshman quarterback showing what a cannon he's got.
But it's another completion by this quarterback. Another great gain in a first down, and already over 30 yards through the air. This quarterback is in a zone here to start this game.
With the catch, it's Martin.
Hey, it's a game. You get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
High completion makes it 2nd and medium. Looking to throw yet again. The pass plays bottled up and the football is loose. Defense recovers the fumble. Big takeaway.
I think that's on the quarterback and the offensive line. They were breathing down this quarterback's neck before he could even recognize that they were there, and they were able to knock it loose.
Fresh set it down to the offense. First down. using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm to the football.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just at 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Second down play coming up. Same tailback, another carry. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. Oh, it's picked off. What a play.
Well, I'm not shocked here at all by this play. The offense is facing the 3rd and long. Why not just throw it up and take a chance? Maybe you get a completion. Maybe you get a pass interference. Worst case, it's intercepted. But it's almost like a punt. The ball is thrown so far downfield.
Here comes the BYU offense back out on the field. They got into plus territory last time, but the drive ended on a fumble. They got to shake that off immediately. He's looking to scramble. It's going to be incomplete, trying to make something happen on the run, but nobody open.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, it could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. He's running out of time here. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the 3rd option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, in which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Catch made on the out route, but the play loses yardage. Very tough 2nd down coming up now. And the Cougars looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now 4th down.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
They'll kick it away here. And he'll be forced out of bounds after a small pickup on that return. And the Gators offense retakes the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. He'll hand it off. And tackled after a small pickup there.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Toss play to the outside. That one moves the ball across the 40.
You know, a toss play just starts with the offensive line, whether or not they can set the edge on the outside, whether it's a tackle or a tight end in that same direction. If they do that, you're going to have positive yards. If you can't set that edge, the play's going to blow up.
Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. And off the deflection, it's caught. And that big gain moves the ball across midfield all the way to about the 36.
Well, let's give the tight end a lot of credit here off that deflected football. The concentration and the nice hands to go up off of that tip ball to make that catch.
The offense will line up, chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. He'll hand it off. That's a nice gain to move the sticks here as time runs out in the first quarter. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
The back's got it. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7. The Gators looking to cash in this red zone trip.
Get set. Get set.
They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Got it.
Offense gets set up here. It's 3rd down.
3-25.
They'll try the ground game here with the running back. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
Well, Chris, to me, the defense looks like they're dropping back in zone coverage, worried about a pass play here on 3rd down. Instead, the offense elects to run the ball, catches them off guard, and it's good enough for a first down.
The Gators hoping to punch it in here. They have 1st and goal. And bouncing it outside, it's Daniels.
The real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line. You love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it, because that puts so much pressure on that defensive coordinator to know how to line up. It's not just a one-dimensional attack he's dealing with.
It's a 2nd and goal play for the offense. The run to the left, trying to find Pater. Stop at the line, still a few yards short from Pater.
It's a nice play by this defense, and now you're thinking about 3rd down and goal from around the 5-yard line. You got a real shot to come up with a stop here, whether they run it or throw it. You get a stop here, and maybe you hold them to 3 points.
They break the huddle for 3rd and goal. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd downs this drive. Receiver in motion now. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
I tell you what, considering they've been out there for a long time on this drive, they sure showed a lot of endurance there, coming up with a big stop. Now it's 4th and goal. And as an offensive coordinator and head coach, with this kind of drive, it just seems like you'd be missing something by not coming away with a touchdown.
Looks like the coach decides to go for 3 points here. Here comes the field goal team. The distance will be 23 yards at chip shot. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick. There's a flag in the field. If it's on the defense, would not be enough for first down yardage. That penalty sets up the offense with a 1st and goal. And they're trying to punch it in here. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators.
Boy, as a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
But they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. He'll return it from inside the 5. He brings it back to the 18 before stepping out. So the BYU offense comes back out onto the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Looking to throw it on first down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
And the defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looking for his big tight end. Easy throw to a wide-open receiver downfield.
What a huge play for this offense as this half is coming to a close. Here's where we've got to get a little greedy because what seemed like a drive where you're happy to maybe come up with 3 points, now you've got a real shot to maybe put the ball in the end zone.
Looking right, this one caught. And they get him down after the completion.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Important 2nd down play coming up. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Back to throw again. Who makes the grab? Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
That completion sets up a 3rd down play. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. It's caught downfield. Tackle made at the 26, good enough for a first down.
Good job here by this offense coming up with this first down on that 3rd down play. They knew they're going to have to deal with a lot of pressure, did their job, gave the quarterback time. They convert, and listen, You're down early in this game. Every possession matters. You need points on this drive, and they're able to have that chance now with that conversion.
The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Had a lot of time back there. Now throws it to the right. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Brigham Young.
Perfect timing here by this quarterback. Great read, puts the ball where his man can make a play on it, and they're an extra point away from tying this game up.
And now they'll set up for the point after. And it's up and good. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with a touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hawkins. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They get him to the ground about the 18-yard line. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Cougars will kick this away to begin the second half. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee to bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the Florida offense retakes the field. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Back to throw. It's Lagway. The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 25. What's the call going to be? Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Pressure is coming. And he's taken down way behind the line. It'll be a huge loss here.
Now they put that nickel defense, and I think that's the right call. You get more speed to be able to cover with those 5 defensive backs, and also allows that defensive line with that good coverage to get after the quarterback, as we see here.
Gets the kick away from his own end zone. No fair catch. Looking to return this punt. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. Here comes the BYU offense back out on the field. Which offense can get it going first? This one has been a struggle so far. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He pulls in the catch. Finally brought down, but it's an explosive gain. Ball all the way to the 21. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually that's going to cost you.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Running out of time in the pocket. Looking for the wideout. Pass caught. Can he get in? And he steps out of bounds close to the goal line. Couldn't quite punch it in there.
Boy, I thought the defender was in really good position here. Just kind of working that receiver to the sideline. I didn't think he had enough room to come down with it. Somehow he comes up with a catch and gets a foot down.
The DB's right near the line now, showing press coverage. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. Makes the catch, but the defense breaks in the ball, and it's a short gain. Goal line formation for the defense. Trying to get to the end zone. They'll run it left. Touchdown, BYU. That puts them on top in the second half.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
They'll try to add to the lead now with PAT. The extra point gives them a 14-7 lead. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Bringing it out. It's Hawkins. And he's stopped with the 18. Returner trying to make a play, and a touchback would have been a better idea. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. Gonna run it. It's Daniels. Finds room at the 30. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
Gain moves the ball to the 37. Another first down. One back in the backfield, but he'll get the carry.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They're going to run it. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Gets some space around the 30. That's a big gain. The offense is threatening that. Spot the ball at the 22.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
And here's the handoff. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
And now the running back's got it again. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. This is the 6th play on the drive. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. But it's incomplete. They miss an opportunity, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this defense has been lights out all year long. In fact, it's been one of the best pass defenses in the country. Big reason why they're in this playoff, and they're living up to that standard today.
And the field goal unit coming on the field now. The attempt is no good. And after the miss, still down by 7.
Oh, off the upright there. Boy, he hit it clean. It was end over end. I thought it had a real chance, and the ball just kind of kept moving on him, and then doink, right off the upright.
Here comes the BYU offense back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. And the runner brought down after just a short gain. Now it's second down here. Play action fake, looking to throw. Looking for his big tight end. And it's incomplete, just out of the reach of the receiver.
Yeah, I'm surprised he dropped the ball here. This tight end is known for his hands. The ball's put on the money. Somehow it just goes through his arms.
After the second down incompletion, they'll have to convert here on third down and 8. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Just gets it away. It's a deep ball. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on third down, but now it brings up 4th.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long. And the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
And the returner brought down by the coverage team. The Gators offense retakes the field. The last drive was a little demoralizing. They stalled and then missed a field goal.
Cut it. 3:25.
Trying to find some room. It's Daniels. Second down after that previous play. Scanning the field. It's Lagway. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. He'll take a deep shot. Catch is made way down inside the 30. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. And there's the handoff. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Gain makes it second and medium. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. And the single back takes the handoff. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Here we go. Third down and 1. Gut check time on both sides. And the fullback takes a turn running the football. Moving right through the contact. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida.
Well, you go to old reliable here, the fullback who doesn't get his hands on the ball very often. Third down and goal, a great time to surprise the defense. He powers his way into that end zone.
Now here comes the point after attempt. And that PAT gives us a tie ball game here in the final quarter. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And it's fielded. Returner trying to make something happen. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. So the BYU offense comes back out onto the field. This group is coming off a quick 3 and out. Can they put something together in this drive? First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Caught quickly. Finding some room at the 25. Moves the ball to the 25. Good enough for a first down. The Cougars will hustle to the line to crank the tempo.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
And looking to throw now on first down. Receiver makes the grab. And he runs out of bounds there to avoid the contact and take the loss. After a first down loss, it's second and long from the 23. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. He breaks free, bringing pressure. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. Tackled there by the defense. Here we are late in a close game. Crucial play coming up, third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking for a deep completion. The catch is made for a huge pickup. And an explosive play. Stop finally made across midfield at the 44.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
This BYU offense is quickly moving down the field. And it's caught. Tackle made, but the gain moves the ball to the 30. They bring him down, but wow, the freshman showing off the arm strength.
It's really good timing here between the quarterback and the receiver. And how about the receiver downfield? Does a nice job of finding that open space in the zone of the defense. And as a defense, you're just basically throwing your hands up in the air because they had that covered relatively well. Just a good play call and good execution.
And the clock has stopped here as we've reached the final 2 minutes of play. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
How about this defense today against this run game? Here we are in the fourth quarter. This guy's not gotten over 10 yards rushing. What a great effort collectively by this defense.
Getting set. Here's second down. Play action fake. Looking to throw. QB to the tight end for a completion. Not easy to bring down. The cornerback finally gets the job done.
Well, this is why running the football is so important. You run the ball, and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
The tackle is made. The offense is now set up with a 1st and goal from the 8.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do well.
1st and goal, final 2 minutes. A chance for the offense to break the tie here very late. Tailback takes the handoff again. And they finally stop him at the 3. The offense really threatening now.
Positive yards at this point in the game are always important, especially now that you're starting to get well within the range of a field goal to take the lead. But if I'm this offensive coordinator and quarterback, I'm thinking about a touchdown here late in the game.
Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here. 2nd and goal for the offense. It's press coverage now from these DBs. They try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. Touchdown, Brigham Young. They go in front in the final minute of play.
Chris, I thought we might be headed to overtime here, but this offense could not be denied. Outstanding execution, and they take the lead. Now it's all about can their defense hold on to see if they can get this win.
And the PAT is good. So after taking the lead, they'll kick it off here and hope the defense can hold on. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hawkins. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. Picks up some blocks. It's a foot race. All the way for a touchdown.
What a touchdown here to pull them within 1 with under a minute to go. Conventional wisdom says you kick the extra point and you rely on your defense to send this game to overtime. But you could go for 2 to try to take the lead.
Now the crucial try for the extra point. The PAT is up and good, and we are all tied here in the final quarter. Here's a kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the BYU offense back out on the field. How will they play this? They've got some work to do to get into field goal range, but how aggressive will this play calling be? Tries to avoid the rush and just gets rid of it. That's incomplete. Even on a 1st down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. Lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. The secondary backed up off the ball now. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. He lets it go on the move, looking deep. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. And the offense calls timeout with 17 seconds left.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking to scramble. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just throw it away.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Incompletion sets up a 2nd down. Offense looking to throw the ball. Fires it to the wideout. And that one's incomplete with just 7 seconds left on the clock. And the Cougars come to the line to run the hurry up. Corners back up now, playing a couple yards off the ball. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's going for a big play downfield. Caught right near the sideline for a big gain. So they'll settle for a field goal attempt here. And a timeout is taken, just 2 seconds left on the clock. Coach elects to try for 3 points and sends out the field goal unit. So here we go. In the final seconds, one swing of the leg for the win. It's good. This playoff run continues with a kick for the ages. Well, that's a great performance in a pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play and be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship. That says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically. They get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.